The Trump administration's drastic plan to slash the federal workforce is resulting in mass terminations affecting an estimated 200,000 U.S. workers, a move spearheaded by Elon Musk's so-called Department of Government Efficiency. This aggressive cost-cutting strategy, characterized by swift and often callous dismissals, has sparked widespread outrage and concern. Reports detail instances of federal employees receiving as little as 30 minutes' notice to vacate their offices, leaving them scrambling to gather their belongings amidst the chaos of unexpected unemployment. The Washington Post and Reuters have documented the widespread nature of these layoffs, reporting on thousands of terminations already carried out, with further dismissals expected. The Trump administration, echoing Musk's sentiments, has repeatedly criticized the federal workforce as bloated and inefficient, justifying the mass firings as necessary to streamline government operations. Musk himself has advocated for the elimination of entire federal agencies, likening them to weeds that need to be eradicated. His rhetoric has fueled the aggressive approach taken by the Trump administration in implementing these cuts. The impersonal nature of the dismissals has been particularly unsettling. CNN reports that approximately 100 employees at the Office of Personnel Management, OPM, were fired during a brief Microsoft Teams call, given a mere half-hour to leave the building. This callous disregard for the human cost of these actions highlights the administration's relentless pursuit of cost reduction, regardless of the personal consequences for those affected. The scope of these layoffs extends across multiple federal agencies. Reuters reports that the Department of Veteran Affairs, VA, responsible for providing crucial services and benefits to military veterans, laid off 1,000 probationary employees. Termination notices, as reported by CNN, cited the employees' failure to demonstrate that their continued employment served the public interest. Similar mass terminations have occurred at the Department of Education, the Small Business Administration, SBA, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, and the General Services Administration, GSA, highlighting the widespread impact of this restructuring initiative. Adding to the complexity of the situation, a judge recently ruled that the Trump administration's buyout offers could proceed, despite some employees potentially still considering their option. Semaphore reported that approximately 75% of workers, roughly 75,000 individuals, accepted the buyout, falling short of the White House's target of 5 to 10%. This suggests that many employees were either unwilling to accept the offered terms or were caught off guard by the rapid implementation of the layoff plan. The sheer scale of these workforce reductions raises serious concerns about the long-term implications for government services. The speed and ruthlessness with which these layoffs are being executed underscore a fundamental shift in the administration's approach to managing the federal government, with potential consequences that are still unfolding. The drastic cuts and the manner in which they have been carried out have sparked considerable controversy and are likely to continue to dominate headlines and fuel debate for the foreseeable future. The lack of compassion and the minimal notice given have exacerbated the negative impact on the lives of countless individuals and families. The impact extends beyond the immediate financial hardship faced by those losing their jobs. It raises questions about the potential disruption to essential government services and the long-term consequences for the efficiency and effectiveness of the federal workforce. The abrupt nature of the terminations, coupled with the scale of the layoffs, points towards a deeply flawed and potentially harmful approach to government restructuring. The Trump administration's justification of these actions as necessary for cost-cutting needs to be critically examined in light of the widespread human cost and the potential damage to crucial government functions. The potential for long-term damage to the morale and productivity of the remaining federal workforce also deserves serious consideration. The episode serves as a stark reminder of the human consequences of unchecked political ambition and a relentless pursuit of short-term gains at the expense of long-term stability and well-being. The long-term implications for the affected individuals, their families, and the wider community remain uncertain and warrant ongoing investigation. The lack of transparency and the disregard for due process raise serious ethical concerns, prompting questions about accountability and the overall management of the federal workforce. The lasting consequences of this unprecedented restructuring effort will undoubtedly shape the future trajectory of the U.S. government and its relationship with its citizens. If you have information you'd like to share securely with The Guardian about the impact of cuts to federal programs, please use a non-work device to contact us via the Signal messaging app at 646 886 to 8761.